welcome to this Halloween special of Happy Hobbit. Did I scare you? Probably not. Boo! How about that? Maybe? Not all hobbits enjoy a fright on All Hallows Eve. There are many of us, in fact, who would rather be tucked cozy and safe in our hobbit holes, seeking some sort of comfort and warmth. Now, don't get me wrong, there are some years, as our longtime viewers can attest, that my sister and I get very into the spooktacular season. Sometimes we even turn into pumpkin walkers. And sometimes there's a doppelganger who looks a lot like me who's actually the Crick Hollow Witch. But this year for me in particular has been rather frightful, and I find myself this Halloween looking for fewer chills and thrills and more comforting warmth. Those of you hobbits who are like me this year and would prefer something to lift their spirits rather than shock or startle them, then I have a fantastic recipe that I'm excited to share. Not only is it delicious, but it actually has health benefits. Let's call it KELLIE'S Cocoa. I know that there are a lot of hot chocolate mixes that you can get at the Mitchell Delving Market, but a lot of those come pre-mixed with sugar. I like to make mine using raw cocoa, just like straight cocoa from cacao. Cocoa is a food that's super high in both polyphenols and antioxidants, and plus, this is the great part, it helps stimulate production of serotonin and dopamine. So it really does have mood elevating effects, which makes it absolutely perfect for those of us who want to curl up on this very spooky and frightful night and comfort ourselves with a warm delight. I like to start with a heaping tablespoon, okay, that was kind of too heaping even for me, of cocoa powder. And in fact, I usually do 2, and the ratio I've often seen in recipes is 2 to 1. I find that makes it way too sweet. I want to actually taste the chocolate, which is another reason I don't like the mixes. And here's a trick, okay? Here's a pro tip. You're going to want to make a paste. So add just a little bit of water, just enough to cover the cocoa powder, and stir it on up until you can get it into a smooth paste. The idea is to just get the cocoa granules coated in liquid so that they don't all just float to the top when you add the milk. Just have to stir it for a little bit. I mean, you have to earn this cocoa. So there you got a glimpse. It was a nice thick paste. And after that, you add the milk. Now you can use different types of milk. Obviously, I'm using milk from a cow. Then you mix it up again. And now it's time to heat it up. Obviously, you could alternately heat the milk first on the stovetop or the hob. But I'm being lazy and I'm tired of washing dishes, so let's put it in the microwave. We don't actually have a nickname for that yet, and here you see me challenged with my own microwave trying to cook it for a minute. I don't know why, but just looking at it in there cracks me up. Like, look at it. He's just like dancing around, twirling. He has no idea we're looking at him. I mean, as far as I know, that mug is an inanimate object and it has no idea about anything, but I just feel like I'm spying on someone through their window, like I'm peeking in through a hobbit hole and watching someone dance. The spoon, holding the spoon in the mouth while it cooks, that's optional, but it does serve its purpose because then you need to stir, make sure the liquid's spreading all around, and then you're going to put it back in the microwave. We'll put the spoon back in your mouth, and then put it back in the microwave for another minute. While we're on the subject, I am officially opening up the comments to accept nominations for a Tolkien-inspired nickname for the microwave. So you let your mug do its little dance in there again. Give it another stir. It was already hot enough to be hot chocolate, but I like mine really hot, and you'll see why in the next step. So I went ahead and I put it in for an extra 30 seconds. You don't have to do that, and of course everyone's microwave is going to be different, so just follow your instincts on that part. So here it's nice, thoroughly heated, creamy, smooth. I totally forgot to add the sweetener before I just jumped straight into marshmallow mode, so you'll watch me have a meltdown there. But yeah, I like my mallows, and you may think that 3 is enough because like it kind of covers the whole inside of the cup, but no, this is why I like it hot. It starts to erode the mallows. That's when I realized I forgot to put sweetener in. I like to use honey. That was quite a bit of honey. It's just cocoa powder, like baking chocolate. I was supposed to put that in before the marshmallows. Now it looks hideous, and now it's in my video and it's ugly.
Why, because of the honey?
Because the marshmallows aren't all white.
Throw them away, get new marshmallows.
I had my little mini meltdown, and came up with a solution. You certainly don't have to add even more marshmallows. I did it because I needed it to look nice for the video thumbnail and to entice you all to hopefully want to try to make this on your own. So, you want to add a finishing touch. This is not everyone's cup of tea, or rather not everyone's cup of cocoa, but a little sprinkle of cinnamon on top. Adds a little bit of warmth. You could also do this with cocoa powder to add a little touch of cocoa to the top. And how you eat this thing that's a whole thing. You use the spoon to start scooping the mallow from below the bottom of the marshmallow iceberg, the mallowberg, and slowly start sipping as it cools down. So it's a whole ritual. I cannot for the life of me figure out how to do the A-OK sign. And there you have it. Ready to go, ready to be enjoyed. I hope you feel inspired to try this recipe yourself and that it helps you have a cozy, comfy Halloween. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing, following us on social media, and especially for supporting me on Patreon. Your support there helps ensure that I can keep making videos and content such as this. If you're new here, please check out the Hearthling tier. It's where I put out monthly, seasonally inspired halfling content. I also, now that I remember, also, this calendar is now available. It's called Halfling at Heart. I created it. It's my cozy photographs of living in friendship with the earth, and it's celebrating the tiny moments. Not only does it have all major US holidays, plus the dates of the new moon and the full moon, but it also has 3 made-up holidays every month to inspire whimsy, and a monthly second breakfast day where you need to make sure that you ate your second breakfast. The calendar is available in my Etsy shop, and for those of you who are a little bit more perhaps spiritually inclined or are interested in walking the wheel of the year, I also have this calendar available, which is 12 portraits of me. And it includes all of the same major US holidays, plus the full, new, and quarter moons, and of course the major holidays of the Wheel of the Year, all 8 of them. Thank you once again. Enjoy your cocoa, and I hope it's left you a very happy Hobbit. And I hope you have a happy, Hobbity Halloween. Which is why I'm going to share with you my recipe for KELLIE'S killer cocoa. I feel like I could have done a better alliteration, but it does fit with the spooky theme. Well, here's the truth. Not all of us hobbits love things that go bump in the night and things that make our hearts take fright. Or flight. A lot of sawing going on in the background. Cocoa is actually full of Cocoa is full of antioxidants and polyphenol. In full disclosure, it's actually really hot today. We're having a random little heat spell. So this is water, not my hot chocolate, but I very much enjoyed it last night when I filmed. I hope you feel inspired to try this recipe yourself. If you do, please feel free to leave something in the comments. You can't leave pictures though.